Hey everyone, welcome back to the Bruce Williams channel. I have got on my wrist the subject matter of today's video. This is the newest member to my own watch collection. This is the SRPG47 K1 from Seiko. This is from the sports segment of their lineup, and it's a 140th year anniversary, brand anniversary for Seiko, and it's a really beautiful sport piece. And you know what? I don't know, maybe I'm feeling nostalgic, but I'm enjoying going back to my roots, getting back into Seiko. I think a lot of you may relate to me here, but you fall in love with Seiko. You get bit by the Seiko bug. You become a Seikopath, and then you just dive right in, right? You get into the Monster and the Sumo, the SKX, the Marine Master, the Tuna. I mean, you get into all these divers, and then you get into the Sarb, and you get into the Alpinist, and then you get into Grand Seiko. You really dive into this company. And as weird as this may sound, you almost want to take a break. Maybe you get Seiko overload. I can't tell you how many Seikos I've purchased, how many Seikos I've tried, that I've reviewed, that I've owned over the past few years. It's been quite a few, and I'll drop in a few pictures and clips of some of the really fun ones. I can't do every watch that I've tried from Seiko, but some of the really fun ones I'll drop in here in this video. And I think, like many of you that kind of get burned out, I kind of got burned out. I got tired of the quality control issues. I got a little bit tired of the misalignment. And I went on to try other brands, and my favorite brand stopped being Seiko. It started being Omega. We'll see where it goes in the future. But with this watch that I want to talk about today, this is one of those watches that kind of pulls you back in. I think if you're a true Seikopath, if you've really been bitten by the bug, it doesn't matter if you take a break. It doesn't matter if you get a little burned out of Seiko. It doesn't matter if you even swear off this brand and you go, you know what? I'm going micro. I'm going Hamilton. I'm going with a German watch. I'm not going to spend any more money with Seiko. It doesn't matter even if you say that, because they will come out with something that you go, yeah, I think I need that. I'm okay with the negative aspects because I know how positive Seiko can be, how well they can do certain avenues and certain aspects of their products. You get pulled back in. Well, guys, I'm getting pulled back into Seiko. I'm rekindling the romance with my old friend and my old foe, I guess, if you have a love-hate relationship with this brand, which I seem to do sometimes. I'm getting back into Seiko. I just bought a turtle. I bought this SRPG47, and today we're going to be reviewing it. We're going to be talking about the pros, the cons, the details, and let's start with the dimensions here. 42.5 is the nominal dimension. 46 is the lug-to-lug dimension with a 13 millimeter height, 22 millimeter lug width, tapering down to 20 at the clasp. And I will say on the bracelet, this watch comes in just under 170 grams. And I've got to say, if you're a watch enthusiast and you've never tried a 5KX case, which this is, or you've never tried an SKX, I think you should try one out just to say you've done it, because it's a really compelling case. It's the right size. It's not too big. It's not too small. It fits almost any wrist size, and it's an attractive original design. If you opt for a 5KX, you'll get drilled lug holes, which is really nice. I think that's one thing that kind of holds back the SKX to a small degree, but you know, it's comfortable. And if you're a watch reviewer, if you're a presenter of watches, it's helpful to have at least an SKX or a 5KX in the rotation so you can compare the watch you're presenting to a very well-known case. Because again, most watch enthusiasts, they're pretty familiar with this case, and for good reason. It's a good one. The nice thing about this watch, and with most Seiko divers that really have a good following, is they're affordable. They don't cost an arm and a leg, and you're getting an in-house movement. In fact, you're getting an entirely integrated production down to the hard lux crystal, down to the Lumibrite, down to the oils and the hairspring within the movement. And that, you know, you just don't find that often under $300. And then taking into account this specific SRPG47, you're getting a lovely reverse Clou de Paris dial that I call a micro waffle texture. And it's defined, it's sharp, it looks good, it carries light play, it carries a little bit of reflectivity to it. So there's more going on visually than just the texture of that micro waffle. We have blued hands. Now, they're not thermally blued. I believe they're painted or they're chemically altered, but they really pop. They range from dark navy to almost purple. They're really quite sharp. And I like the classic, I just like the classic design of these SKX hands. I also like the fact that this bezel is not an aluminum insert. This is a metallic insert that has concentric circle guilloche texturing with engraved indexing. And so it just looks really good. The price, the details, the design, the in-house movement, the bezel, the hands, everything about this just goes, you know what? Yeah, spend that $200, $300, put me on wrist, enjoy me, and remember why Seiko as a brand is such a fun and practical brand. Now, is it perfect? No, definitely not. It has the classic Seiko bezel action. It has that really rattly, cheap feeling bracelet with the hollow end links, with the split pin construction for connecting the links together. And I'm going to be quiet here for a minute, give you guys a sense of the bezel action and the rattliness of the bracelet. Now, the last kind of negative aspect to be aware of is the 4R36 movement within this watch that you can see through an exhibition crystal, a Harlex crystal on the back. And I just talked about how it's in-house, how it's nice. That's true, but the power reserve is only 41 hours, and there is an acceptable daily deviation from the factory for accuracy of plus 45 seconds to minus 35 seconds per day, which is a pretty big window. Again, it's a sub $300 watch, and most of the time you're going to get around plus 10, plus 8, plus 12, right around that range is what I usually get with a 4R. But, you could get minus 30, you could get plus 40, and you'd be tough out of luck because that's within factory spec. So that's something to be aware of. But overall, I think the pros outweigh the cons on this piece. Again, the design, the layout, how practical it is, the good loom, the Lumibrite, right, on this. And then the fact that you can really dress it up, dress it down, put it on an 8/0 strap, put it on an aftermarket bracelet, put it on an Uncle Seiko rubber strap. You can really play with the feel of this piece. And again, you're not spending an arm and a leg to do it. And I like that. I'm also really looking forward to the SRPH19K1 that hopefully is coming out within the next few weeks. I want to buy one. I want to compare it to this. I want to enjoy both in rotation. In addition to that orange turtle that I have, just on the desk back there, that I've been wearing and enjoying. Gorgeous watch. Having fun with this brand. Reconnecting with Seiko. Coming back to my roots. And I'm just excited to share my journey here with you guys. And if you're looking for a Seiko, I'm going to recommend Mimo's Jewelry. That's where I've got this latest addition to the collection. There's a discount code in the description. I don't get paid by Mimo, but I would love to see him do really well as a brand. We've been working together for years, me and Random Rob, and he's just a great guy. And so show him some love if you're looking for a Seiko or Hamilton or Alpina, and Frédéric Constant, he just recently picked up too. So links are in the description. Thanks for watching today, guys. Hope you have a great day. I'll see you next time.